So now I made these boards for a 10-pin breakout test connector with surface mount parts. So I'm going to try to put them together, put it in my SMD reflow toaster oven and see how they work. So what I'm going to do here, first I'm going to put some solder on each pad, and then I've got these little test connector loops to put on there. The solder that I'm using is this 247 low temp. We saw in the test that it actually melts right around, melted at 150 in this case. I don't know if it was just the time, but this has been working good. So I'm going to put a little blob on each pad here, and then I'm going to stick my connectors on there. Okay, so I've got a little blob of this solder paste on each of the pins, and now I will put on my little connectors. Okay, and here we go with the test connectors on each pin. So now we'll put it in the oven and see how it goes. Alright, so we got it in the oven here. I am going to close this and we'll review the profile. Turn it on once it gets to 90 degrees C on my barbecue thermostat here. I'm going to turn it off and wait for it to get to 120. Once it gets to 120, I'm going to wait 20 seconds, and then I'm going to crank my dial here all the way to broil toast and wait for it to get to 150. Once it gets to 150, I'm going to watch for it to melt. It should melt right around that time. And then I'm going to turn it off and wait for 10 seconds and then open the lid. So here's the settings of the toaster oven. I've got this one set. I'm going to set it to always on. And then I'm going to have this one be at the highest. That's what I call crank. And then this one here is on convection, which makes sure that the little fan right there on the side is blowing, and it seems to keep a little bit better, more consistent temperature. All right, so let's turn this on. All right, we are starting at a 13.8 degrees C. Kind of cold in here. Just turn this on. Get our light in here so that I can really watch it. 14. Fan going. Starts to go pretty quick after about 65. I've noticed it seems to be when it really gets the inertia going. There it goes. Alright, so I'm going to get up here, get ready to turn this down. Let's see what I'll do here. Alright, there's 90, so I'm going to turn that down. Turns the heater off. Kind of slowly soaks all the heat in there. Everything kind of gets up to the same temperature. There's 120, so we'll go about 30 seconds here. See, it'll hold at about 120, which is my soak temperature. 15 seconds in. Let's go get up close here so I can really watch it. Alright, I'm going to crank it and we'll watch this. There's 125. There's 130. There's 140. Looks like it's starting to melt there. There's 150. I'll turn this off. Alright, we hit 160. And I think we're good. Let's go ahead and open it up. Start to cool it down. Alright, I'll go ahead and turn this guy off. It looks pretty good there. You can see the smoke coming off. That's why I can't ever cook in this oven again. We'll let this cool off a little bit and I'll bring you back. Alright, it's cooled off for 2-3 minutes. I pulled it out and let's look at this. Looks pretty good. There's a little bit of, on this guy here, a little bit extra solder. I did have a big blob on the, or flux. But outside of that, it looks pretty good on these. This guy here, I look like I had about the right size drop, so I'll review that so I can learn. I might be able to cook up 5 of these boards at a time or something, really save me some time. Anyway, so that's first run of an actual board through my SMD toaster oven.